guys, Centurion Painting here, giving you a review on the Wargames Factory 28mm World War II Soviet infantry platoon. This is a late war platoon, and they've got an assortment of weapons, but I think the most important thing to look at with these guys is the fact that you're getting 31 models per box, and you can buy them right now from dreamforge.com if you're in the United States for $10. So if you buy 2 boxes of these, you basically get all the infantry you're going to need for a 1,000 or even a 2,000 point army. And if you're okay at converting and don't mind cutting a few parts, you could also get all your support weapons, your mortars, your machine guns, everything for $20. And that's, I mean, in the world of miniature wargaming, that's crazy. So let's start out looking at the box art. It's pretty decent. I mean, we're not looking at a company like Games Workshop here, but of course we're not paying those prices, so it's pretty solid. Look around to the back. They got a little picture there. You don't necessarily have to assemble your guys like the picture on the back of the box. That's just for reference. Obviously there's a bunch of different parts and you can put them together any way you want. We look at the sprues here. They come in a nice plastic bag inside of the box, which is pretty good. And if you're talking about shipping overseas and stuff, you know, it's an extra level of protection for your models. And then each of the individual bodies is in the sprue itself. So you take a closer look here. You don't have the torsos, besides the kneeling soldier, you don't have the torsos separate from the bodies, so that's pretty decent. But then again, you know, it doesn't allow you a lot of room for conversions if you want to put different torsos on them. But you know, all you really have to do if you want to do that is cut them in half with a hobby knife. Besides that, on each sprue they've got a SVT-40. That's the Russian semi-automatic rifle. They gave those to their assault squads. You got a bunch of Mosin Nagant. Those are just the bolt-action rifles that the standard troops had. You get a bunch of anti-tank rifles, and of course the PPSH. And you get enough in there to make a pretty sizable squad with those. At least 2 squads are in each box. And then of course Molotov cocktails and everything else. I included this picture right here so you guys could see the level of detailing on the sculpts. Like I said at the beginning, we're not talking about Games Workshop, but if you're paying $10 for 30 models, this is not bad. The sculpting quality, the way the models look when they're removed from the sprue, it's actually they're quality models, and for the price they can't be beat, especially if you're using them in bolt action. Just a really decent option. And then included in another picture here, a lot of the weapons are actually molded onto the arms, so you're not gonna be able to position the hands and whatnot. Some people like that, others don't. It's really up to preference. Personally, I like it, especially if you're just using these to fill out your ranks. The heads, the sprue of the heads is decent. I mean, you've got the cloth caps that a lot of the Soviets wore, and then you got the helmets. And if you compare these to the bolt action heads, you know, there's not a huge amount of difference. I will tell you though that the sculpts on these and the size of the models are closer to a real 28mm scale, but if you put them right next to a bolt action figure, it's definitely hard to tell. In terms of modeling, I really like these. They go together pretty well, just with standard modeling glue. There's enough bases on each sprue to base each of the models. So if you buy the separate sprues from Warlord, you're going to be probably having to buy additional bases, but Wargames Factory does not require you to do that. So overall, a solid offering. I'd say the detail level on a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a 6, with maybe a Games Workshop Space Marine Chaplain being the ultimate level of detail, maybe a 10, or even like a Horus. As far as price, like I already said, it's a steal. You're looking at a Space Marine Tactical Squad from Games Workshop. It costs $40. The infantry from Warlord, the Soviet infantry from Warlord, is $50 for 40. And again, Wargames Factory right now, it's $10. $10 for 31 guys. Go ahead and comment if you want. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll try and get some completed models thrown up on my blog along with some scale shots. All right, I hope this was helpful. Thanks.